right. Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, comrades and friends, brothers and sisters.
Ruin has come to our family. You remember our venerable house? Opulent and imperial, gazing proudly from its stoic perch above the moor. I lived all my years in that ancient, rumor-shadowed manor, fattened by decadence and luxury. And yet I began to tire of conventional extravagance. Singular, unsettling tales suggested the mansion itself was a gateway to some fabulous and unnameable power. With relic and ritual, I bent every effort towards the excavation and recovery of those long-buried secrets, exhausting what remained of our family fortune on swarthy workmen and sturdy shovels. At last, in the salt-soaked crags beneath the lowest foundations, we unearthed that damnable portal of antediluvian evil. Our every step unsettled the ancient earth. But we were in a realm of death and madness. In the end, I alone fled laughing and wailing through those blackened arcades of antiquity.
Hello, Jamie
Until
Sam.
consciousness failed me. You remember our venerable house, opulent and imperial. It is a festering abomination. I beg you, return home, claim your birthright, and deliver our family from the ravenous, clutching shadows of the darkest dungeon.
I actually have a bit of bad news for you, Jamie Sam, but I will show you in the game. So it has been quite a day today, between technical problems and just recovering from work. I had a meeting that I needed to do. Hello, Massimo Goma, yourself. So I had an early meeting at work, and then just a bunch of stuff to do, which is fine. I mean, this is the funny thing about most work that I do. I actually don't mind being busy at work. I do mind being busy with
all the decadent horrors I have seen pale in comparison to that final, crowning thing. I could not look, nor could I look away.
I do mind being busy with sort of useless work, but that's not really what happened today. Just lots to do, not enough time to get it done with. And then so because I had the meeting in the morning, I was a bit late getting out of the apartment. So I rushed straight to work. No breakfast, no morning coffee, nothing like that. And then one of my other meetings went late, and it went like kind of halfway through the lunch hour. I normally get lunch at like the work cafeteria. Got caught up. I was kind of catching up with someone at the lunch hour. Ran down to the cafe to find they closed like the actual hot meals pretty early on, so I gave up on those, but like even sandwiches and stuff like that were gone. So I had a coffee, and then it got to something like close to 7 before why is the game not full screen? Oh yeah, that's right, I still have this nonsense to deal with. I didn't get that fixed apparently, so my apologies. But yeah, long story short, it was probably like after 8 when I finally got some dinner. So I was very tired, and then I don't know exactly what's going on with the monitor, but I've definitely had some technical problems with my monitor. So I got a bit of a system talk in on Twitter, but I'm definitely late on streaming, and I apologize for that. And I will also apologize. It is quite likely that I will only get 1 or 2 dungeons done tonight. So, you know, let's manage expectations. I don't want, you know, I don't want to give the impression that I'm, you know, I'm going to do the full time that I normally do. But hopefully we'll have a good time with Darkest Dungeon like last time, and great to see you, Tall Man Alive. Again, and I apologize for not being a little more clear on when I'd be starting. I didn't think it would be this late, and I actually, when I saw the hour, I sort of thought, I mean, maybe I just shouldn't stream at all, but that's not the right way to go about it, so. So obviously Brand was our first casualty. Reynold was also lost. That made me feel very sad. But Jamie Sam is the first viewer to fall to the horrors of the Darkest Dungeon. Apprentice Vestal who met their end against a crocodilian. So apologies. But Nubasaur is just happy to hear me again. Been a bit since you had time to listen to a stream. Well, I always appreciate that, Nubasaur. Don't forget, the VODs are always available for 2 weeks, and then if you want anything a little bit later, all of those are available on YouTube. I've been a little bit off on updating them right away, and I am sorry about that. I'm like Mark Zuckerberg, sorry. I'm sorry, but not like sorry. No, I mean, I really should be better at updating that kind of stuff, but it is sometimes a challenge to get what I need done in the appropriate time. So here's what I'm going to do. There's a couple of objectives that I want. So obviously we cleaned house as far as all of the bosses and that are concerned. I can of course try the courtyard, which would suggest getting some level 4 characters as soon as I can. Right now we've got a big batch of level 3s, and I'm tempted to do that, but I also would like to sort of move up my group, and in this particular case it'd also be nice to get some money. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some opportunities to level up some of my level 2 characters, or at the very least advance them, and that's going to mean bringing along the Eyes of Sin. And what other level 2s do I have? I think my highest priority will go... looks like we've got some level 1s as well. So let's say Cool Eagle will be brought along as a jester. Hopefully they're better at position 4. So, Sin unexpectedly is a good position 2, but then so is Periville and Sharp. So my big worry is I'm short on healers, but Sharp should be able to do some yeah, okay. I think I can make this work. Part of the priority is to get people with higher levels of heal up. So let's see what we can do with this. I'm less inclined to try Gather the Blood. I think we're actually good for blood. So if I'm feeling very bold, I can try a long ruins group. Now, I mean, explore 90% of rooms would probably be one of the easier tasks that I can put to that group. The rewards aren't great in the sense that I'm drowning in crests. Money's good, or I can go for something a little bit shorter. Now, I do need to, I need to deliver the goods. I actually do need to do all the room battles. It's a really tough call. I think I am going to try the Cove, though. Oh, Mesopotamia, of course. So the current positions available. Dismas is held off. So we've got Periville, the Hellion, and Lacey, the Abomination. Gorani, the Shieldbreaker. And that's it. Okay, so if you would like to become a character, you can be a Shieldbreaker, an Abomination, or a Hellion. I realize that is we have quite a few women available, but that's what we got in the roster at the moment. I'm sorry for not noticing that earlier, but I'll definitely give you the time to let me know your preferences if you're so inclined. I'm just gonna kit people out with their goodies. Okay. Bonus damage versus blighted. Ooh. I think I don't have as many opportunities for blighted now that I think of it. Oh, but actually that'll work well with the that'll work well with the shield breaker now that I think of it. Now, I'm gonna put these down here just because I want to see what the dodge looks like. You know what? I think I am gonna settle for this. It's because I'm gonna set her up with the block as much as I can. The warrior's cap is also kind of tempting. Alright. Masamagoma wants to be an abomination. I will have that for you in just a second. I think... You know what? A nice solid damage dealing musketeer sounds like a great addition to the party right now. Okay... And in the worst case scenario, I suppose I can do the speed stone. Really don't have any other better ideas for him right now. Okay, I also want to double check a couple of things about Cool Eagle's skills. So, yeah, he's actually not that good of a position for. That's a bit more like it. Okay, so Masamagoma, while I write your name, so you've got the green cape, the yellowish cape, the red cape, or the brown cape. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me know what color you'd like. I'll try and find a way to get you in on one of the quests before too long. But I want to make sure that everyone's kind of kitted out. You'll go round? All right. So that's number 4, if I'm not mistaken. I'll leave it like that. Let me know if I've got it wrong. Now that I've got the party as well, the point of this was to kind of save money, but honestly, it would be better if I. So I don't think saving money in terms of skimping on development is the right call. So this expedition's not really going to pay for itself, but I also think it's good to have people. I think it's actually good to have people prepared. So, actually going to go a little short on the food here. Actually, no, I'm not. Honestly, this stuff isn't that expensive. If I'm going to be shirking on something, it should be something I know that I can replace. Right. Let's see if we can make this happen. Honestly, this is all about just getting people some levels and some money. So I I mean, obviously I didn't just randomly pick this party, but I'm not really going for any kind of synergies or anything like that.
These
So.
salt-soaked caverns are teeming with pelagic nightmares. They must be flushed out.
Okay, this is actually not a bad little setup. One thing that might wind up working for me is I might be able to use Cool Eagle here to help out my my shield bearer. But let's run through it. Okay. So normally what I might want to do is try and get the shield breaker in sort of a good defensive position, but given the fact that we've got them surprised and I'm already... Oh, damn it. I meant to do the double damage. That's fine. Let's do an Adder's Kiss on...
Eradicated.
And... I was really hoping that I'd be able to take them out.
The death by inches. Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Yeah, I should probably be focusing on Cool Eagle stress healing while I've got the chance. Lasting Impact. Torn Rotator. Hopefully it's soothing. Nope. Oh, Jesus. I think we're probably going to wind up with some Crimson Curses. Alright, this time... I don't think this will do the trick, but... nice. In this case, we're gonna impale.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
So now we can focus down the one target on the next round.
Unforeseen.
I should probably be explaining this stuff ahead of time. But I think the thing that I'd been neglecting is that the grave robber, because I always use the flashing daggers and such, I always assume is a
spirits are lifted,
like a
and purpose is made clear.
Like a position 2 and all of that. But the fact of the matter is that the pick to the face, which I equipped back when I first got Sin, is actually really helpful in a lineup like this. With the shield breaker in particular, it means that I can put the grave robber in the front position and still be effective while I wait to bring Gorani up to the front row. Alright, let's see what I can do with this one. I think I'm still going to do the flashing daggers.
Continue the onslaught.
I'm a little disappointed I didn't get the bleed on it. This one, so I know I've got a musketeer to take out the acolyte, so let's see what we can do with a pierce. Okay, as planned. I mean, there's still going to be some damage, but... Or there won't be. Oh, god damn it! I meant to hit this guy. That was me getting the wrong one. So in this case, I can't harvest, so we will give an inspiring tune. I'm so upset with myself for messing that up. Nice.
Give them no quarter.
What's new with you, Mr. Casual? Nothing.
But a victory nonetheless.
Cool Eagle's just always putting himself where he doesn't belong. I approve. Dirty tarp. I think this is a fight. So these guys are a complete pain in the ass, but I am going to try and distribute as much damage as I can. Oh, I'm getting lucky on the rolls. Never mind. I definitely think Sin gets a heal this round. Also the next one. Oof! Never mind about luck on the rolls. Let's go for an Impale to get some ticking damage down, and then the Shield Breaker's gonna be the... gonna get the Serpent's Way next. I might be in a position where I'm gonna try some Inspiring Tunes just because I think the Blight will be enough to... The combination of the Blight and the... Oh, you know what? I'm still going for it. No casual nothing. I actually just started. I was late in getting started because of all sorts of technical problems and just general hoo-ha. It's been a really busy and tricky day, but I'm here, and I'm gonna have a great time with Darkest Dungeon. So the aim here is to try and get some ticking damage down, so I can take advantage of some different buffs or other abilities.
Is the weapon that cuts on its own.
All right, now I have a bit of a dilemma here because I kind of want to be able to heal Sin, but I also don't want this guy to do an attack on Sin. In this case, I'm gonna throw away the attack. I got that back one just so that the Musketeer has the option of... Okay, that's exactly what I wanted to have happen. Okay. So this is going to buy me a little bit of time to do these, to buff up and otherwise improve the lot of my team. So throw away the Blight. I know this guy's going to die this round from the ticking Blight. So in this case, I'm just going to take the chance to heal the stress for some of my teammates. Get another heal in on Sin. And then here it doesn't matter one way or the other. He dies either to the Shield Maiden or Shield Breaker or the
decimated.
The tick. In that situation, I always go for the attack because obviously if you get a crit, that's going to help your morale. Nice. Who's best at traps? I'm going to guess Grave Robber. Obviously two, so it's 100% of room battles. I know there's at least one more over here, but if I only have one more battle, it's debatable that Sin needs to be at 100% health, but, you know, you can't really predict this kind of stuff, so... if it comes...
Ancient traps lie in wait.
If it comes down to it, if I need to make a decision between, you know, healing or reducing the stress for one of these party members, reducing the stress will be the top priority because obviously that's going to carry over to the next one. Hello, the Eyes of Sin. How are you doing? Very happy to see you. Oh Jesus. Okay, potentially more vampires. I don't know if I can make Sin move forward, but she can at least flashing daggers some of these mofos.
Pummeling.
Okay. I should have battle buffed, actually. Battle balladed. And this one, I actually want to get the ticking damage on.
Well struck.
Okay, I'm feeling a bit better about things. I think with Sin, we're going to go straight for the pick to the face. Okay, good luck.
Annihilated.
I'm gonna risk it a little bit here and go for the inspiring tune. What are we looking at? 4, 8, 12. Okay. And the hope here is that the shield breaker will be will have enough to take him out, and they did.
Foolish horrors, brought low and driven into the mud.
So it looks like we do still have one more fight. But the person, I mean, I'm okay with the shield breaker having the damage because they're in a position to be able to put up a blocker for themselves.
If only
Oh, wow.
treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
There's quite a bit here. So let's say Agility Talon will replace the bandages, the Strongbox Key will replace the... And then these are worth 15. These are worth 20. I'm just kind of conscious about the fact that some of these are going to get replaced in the... or some of these are going to be returned for money at the end of the expedition. Okay, we are on our way to the fight. This is my last chance to heal stress. None of these guys create stress though, so good news there. And in this case, I'm actually not going to use the block for my shield breaker. We're going to go straight for stress reduction on as many party members as we can. As long as I don't get a crit to increase the stress, we know everybody will come out alive. Ooh. Well, good news there, because we're still gonna do the stress reduction on that character. So does the pick to the face as usual. We'll inspire Sharp. Now again, I can try and extend this as much. Actually, I'm tempted to try and extend it on this one. No, let's...
Destroyed.
Let's call it.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a
And
slow
that's the
and
dungeon.
insidious killer.
Alright, that wasn't too painful.
The pungent odor abates. The things are driven back for a time.
I don't know if we're net... I don't know if we're net positive on the income, but we definitely got to push some people to some new levels. Gorani is a Cove tactician, but somehow got syphilis from the fights. Eyes of Sin is musical. Inspiring Tune plus 25% stress heal received. Also the only one to get to level 3 after that. And Sharp has become a wield phobe.
Can you feel it? The walls between the sane world and that unplumbed dimension of delirium are tenuously thin here.
So Mojo Storm gambled and lost the Blighting Satchel, but did gain 62 stress. Tall Woman Alive had a night on the town, recovered 56 stress, and is no longer abusive. And Ego Akaran underwent effective disease treatment for the Black Plague. Casual Nothing is thirsting for the blood, which I now want to consider. Oh, actually, sorry. Cool Eagle, of course, upgraded. So, I think... I hate to do this, but I do kind of want to get the disease stomped out as quickly as I can. So, Gorani's shelved. Sin has to go on the bench as well, just because she's too high level for the tasks that I want to put her on. So, who do I have left in my band. Okay, so Ego Karen's definitely a position 1. It's actually also very tempting. There's a lot of people that I want to bring along. I think it actually might make some sense to bring along Mase Magoma. And the reason for that is it'd be nice to get them at a higher level. The thing I'm most worried about is that they won't be able to level up with the rest of the group. In fact, that's probably going to wind up happening with Ego. I'm probably going to wind up running out of... I think some of these people are going to outpace some of my level 1s, but I can at least try and reduce... the number of instances where that happens. Sorry about that. So same story here. It's actually very tempting to do a long one because we have a healer with us now. I don't know what town Lost and Found gives us. Yeah, you know what? We're going to go back to the ruins. I may wind up regretting this, but... Oh, that's right, and Casual Nothing is thirsty. So maybe I want to send... Maybe I do want to send in a level 3 team. If I were to do that. Yeah, you know what? I like where this is going. So Casual Nothing definitely needs to come along because of the Crimson Curse. Oh, for God's sake. Johnny's Craving. Zerge's okay. Wait, do I only have 3 people with the Crimson Curse? I thought there were more. Oh, maybe Jamie Sam was the last one. Okay, so I just need to fill out the ranks. So Ed Baver's pretty much guaranteed to come along because they're a Vestal. And the question is, so Valken... I think Valken's really the only option on here just because they're a big heavy hitter. So we can gather 3 grain sacks in a medium. We can complete 100% of the room battles in a medium. This one's super tempting because of Punishment's Hood. Oh, but minus 20% to healing skills. That's like the one thing I don't want for that character. I mean, Sharpening Sheath is kind of tempting for the Highwayman. So 67. Yeah, I mean, we've got to go back to the Cove if that's what it is. And there's paintings this is a pretty good dungeon to go through, so. This is just in case we do make camp. 2 shovels is pretty much my default, and I want to bring 4 blood, so that's basically 2 for each of the people with the Crimson Curse. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot the torches. You know what? Let's go for 4. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go super bold, and we're gonna go for 8. Good news is I know that the game is loaded as soon as the screen adjusts.
The smell of rotting fish is almost unbearable.
Okay. So he's wasting, he's craving. Maybe I should have just left him alone for a bit. And the good news is it's exploration. So if I get too scared, we can always go for the lighter winds. I think probably I'm going to explore like the lower area and then move up. I probably should have been paying attention. The message has a lasting impact on the hero, and he becomes balanced. Plus 15% to the move resist. Okay, so because there's treasure down there, I kind of want to go for it.
Another mariner, another misfortune.
Alright, this should be pretty straightforward. I mean, they're all heavy damager, but... Ooh, I really didn't want him to do that. Let's do the Hound's Harry just to try and distribute the bleed if we can.
Such a
That
terrible
sucks.
assault cannot be left unanswered.
So obvious divine grace on sorry, I can never remember who this is. Casual Nothing. Sorry about that, Casual Nothing. Obviously, constant heals on him until we can do better. Yeah, that really was not. That was not the kind of damage I want from this team. I probably should have upgraded their equipment too. Not great. One of the reasons I'm not too worried about the torches is that the Crimson Curse team is going to cause a lot of stress on their own. Ooh, this is going to get bad.
Perched at the very precipice of oblivion.
This one I'm actually going to punt on just because I know that Ed Baver is going to get caught up healing Casual Nothing for a while.
Press this advantage.
Okay, nice. This is going to render my my leper a bit useless, though. We'll get the heal in on this one. And I think in this one we're going to target the pelagic widemouth, and this is just to try and focus down some of the damage. Although it's tempting to do licked wounds as well. This just sort of makes sure that we're back on track as far as some of the attacks. Now this, I forgot that I have Duelist Advance to move forward, so this should at least give me some wriggle room.
Broken. Maintain the offensive.
Yikes!
A hand's breadth from becoming unwound.
So, not exactly how I wanted to spend this turn. He's got 1 damage per round. Yeah, so somebody's going to have to find a long-range hit on him. Johnny's the only one who can.
Confidence surges.
I would have loved to do as much healing as I could. Oh, you know what? I bet Casual Nothing had a pistol shot. That would have helped with that.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
I'm mildly tempted to go for a camp, but I think in this particular case, I'll wait. I think what we'll do is we'll wait until we're at this intersection here, and then we'll see where we're at. Yeah, Johnny's the trap boy. Photomania. It's probably not very good for the level that I'm keeping my torch at, but let's see what that does. Minus 20% stress if the torch is above a certain level. Okay, so it looks like I'm gonna have to go crazy on the torches for this one, unless, yeah, it's a little bold for my tastes to give them some buffs. I'm lacking on stuns. So I'm partly doing this because I have some damage that I can do to multiple individuals. So Hugh will get some damage on the jellyfish, and then we can grape shot. Oof! Not great. So that'll be a judgment. Not my favorite round. Ooh.
A dizzying blow to body and brain. Continue the onslaught.
It's at least a start.
Destroy them all.
I think I am going to try... One of the reasons I'm going to do some of these heals are just to try and buy some time. This one's a really tough one for me, though. Okay, good news there. I only have heal as an option for this. Nice. I might actually... I think I'm going to try and tempt fate by healing everyone up. I'll Hound's Harry on the odd chance it doesn't do a lot of damage, but this will probably end the round. Oh, no!
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
This is going to hurt these two, but I don't have any bandages. Oh, this is gonna be dangerous. Monsters with stealth have a shadowy appearance and cannot be hit by direct attacks, but are vulnerable to area of effect attacks. Additionally, some hero skills, such as the Shield Breaker's Expose, can hit them while in stealth. These skills have the additional benefit of de-stealthing the monster. So, Death's Door again.
Teetering on the brink, facing the abyss.
Obviously, that Divine Grace is going on casual nothing, so I don't lose him. I could, of course, opt out of doing these battles, but...
Terrible vistas of emptiness reveal themselves.
This is going to be a Hound's Harry for sure. And this one, so I'd love to heal the leper, but in this case, I'm actually going to say that taking pieces off the board is the best form of damage mitigation. And we will give you a taste of your own medicine. They're hitting who they're supposed to hit. That sucks.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Okay. Same story. We're just we're keeping casual nothing from death. Oh! Oh no!
Now
And
the
bleed.
true test. Hold fast. Or expire.
Do I really want to spread the damage? I think I do. Oh no! Casual nothing rises to the occasion.
And resilience.
And lives to fight another day. I need to find a way to, like, delay this. Oh, glorious. Okay. I'm specifically extending this because these guys don't do that much damage, except for stress. And the other thing is I kind of want to tick down the rounds of all the bleed. Now this is a shame. If I want to kill anyone, I want to kill the Enchantress because... or do I? No, because I potentially get a second round if I potentially get a second round if I... Okay, so here's my reasoning. I can kill the Enchantress, right? Theoretically, any of these actions will kill the Enchantress. If that happens, then these people get to have their heals, and then the Pelagic Oracle dies next round, so I get however many turns it takes before they go. On the other hand, I kill the Pelagic Oracle, Cultist Enchantress bleeds, everybody else gets their heals next round, and again, she's not going to do that much. So, in this case, I'm going to opt for... Oh, well, there you go. Oh, you know what? I think it winds up being the same number of rounds anyway. But again, I'm just kind of trying to buy time at this point.
Slowly, gently. Our life is taken.
Well, so much for all that thought. An evil force. One of my weakest heroes now has a reduction to dodge. So this is 2 battles to find a curio. I think I'm going to opt for something else. That may not be the worst thing waiting for me there, but the reward for taking on 2 battles in a weakened position is definitely less than I want. Just give me a second here, guys. I'm a distracted streamer. Sorry. So the one thing I regret is I did spend a bunch of torches to head out there, only to find that that was a little strong for me. Ooh, that's... This is a dicey proposition to make camp now. I'm going for it, but...
Gathered close in tenuous firelight, an uneasy companion.
Definitely bandit sense. Oof! This is the one person I really want to be healed, so wound care for my tank.
Abatement.
Unparalleled. I might as well buff people. And I can... So, man's best friend will be the best... There we go. Whatever.
The light, the promise of safety.
So hopefully we don't starve to death.
Ambushed by foul invention.
One of the things I want to try and do here is just minimize the number of... I want to minimize the time that I spend in different areas. You know what? I do think it's still best to go straight forward and then out and around. Ow! Not a great start. So again, casual nothing gets all the heals just because they don't have their own self heal. I'm partly doing these spread ones just to deal with the stealth guys. Wow.
Reeling, about to break.
At least they're distributing the damage. Alright, well, we know who gets that heal. That was a really good one. I might have to bench the leper, but I'm really gonna try and bring them into the conflict. Alright, Johnny's gotta heal himself. Oh, this might be it! Jesus. Okay, so they've spent their efforts. I'm really tempted to heal, but again, I'm going to try and take this idea that damage is the best form... elimination is the best form of damage mitigation. Okay, that's eliminated at least one guy who does 2 hits. I think in this case I'm going to reduce it down to the people... So these guys do weak attacks. The problem is they'd spread it across the team, which is the one thing that really scares me right now. But I am going to aim for this guy. Okay, I think this might cause some problems for the Fusilier. Okay, we'll survive this. I'm very lucky. This one I gotta get the heals in where I can.
Well struck.
Casual nothing, you are earning your pay today. This one I am gonna do lick wounds just to try and save some space. Now what I would prefer... I'm going to do the Grape Shot Blast just to reduce the damage. I'm going to go for the heal because the heal from the Vestal, I believe, is a self... It's 3 HP, but...
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
I was hoping it wouldn't be a kill, but I think I need to start taking wins when I can.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Okay. We might be able to make it. It's gonna be dicey, but if we get another hunger, I think that'll kill the team. But if we don't, I think we can complete this. Part of this is just making sure that I can, I've only got one of these left, so I want to try and make sure that I've got as much light as I can manage for the treasure room fight.
Gnawing hunger sets in,
Well,
turning the body against itself, weakening the mind. Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
we're not at death's door yet.
Darkness closes in, haunting the hearts of men.
This is going to be a hard fight. This is also going to kill the last of my
Injury
lantern.
and despondence set the stage for heroism or cowardice.
Let's start on the offensive. I don't see any other way out of this other than just try and get some damage in. I'm gonna try and take out the bleed first as well. This one, yeah, I think taking some pieces off the board is most important first. We're gonna get some people who are at death's door, but I think it balances out so that I can recover them before the next attack comes. Maybe an open vein would have been better. So we know what Johnny's doing. I'm gonna risk it for a chop. Like I said, I'm trying. At this point, I'm trying to take as many of the heavy damage dealers off the board just so I can get myself a little bit of breathing room. So he's bleeding 1 per round. Oh, god damn it. Okay, I got lucky there. Less lucky there. But don't think that should affect his heals.
The shadows whisper of conspiracy.
You know what? This actually bought me some time. So Judgment will take care. Again, another damage dealer's off the board. That's going to free up my. Leper to self-heal. Part of this is I don't want to just prep for an encounter with these guys. I want to prep for whatever fight I have at the end of this place. Casual nothing, you're starting to disappoint me. Okay, so Johnny's going to do something a little unexpected and go for an attack. That's just again because I need to take. This guy's a pretty heavy damage dealer with spearfishing, as you can see. I believe I still have Judgment. Oh, yes, Judgment will recover that. I think we need to rearrange things a little bit. Okay, this is good. Now everybody can... Oh, she just signed herself up for a world of hurt.
Terrors may indeed stalk these shadows.
Okay,
but yonder,
everybody's healing.
a glint of gold.
Basically, everybody but Casual Nothing's gonna spend the rounds healing. Of course you'd nail it that time. Well, we got some food, it's just not going to be enough to keep us alive.
So too will resistance.
But... we live to fight another day. Negative accuracy to range skills, but bonuses to dodge and speed. I think I'll take that for now. I'm tempted to drop the food, but... okay, I was hoping that would happen. We need to get the stress down a little bit for Casual Nothing. So I was potentially dropping the food just because it's possible... you know, we may not find the other two on our way through, but on the chance I do find some, I don't want to... as long as we prioritize the wide mouth, we're okay. I should have done open vein. Okay, that's very lucky. This time I'm going to use Judgment just so that Ebaver can get a little bit of a a boost, and it'll also help take out the wide mouth. Now this one I'd normally like to do a heal, but I actually want to deal with the front row, especially for the Energized Stinger. They do quite a bit of damage. So one drawback here is that the Plated Maggot is has a lot of protection, so they're kind of designed against attacks like this. But I'd prefer to distribute the damage rather than go straight for the Energized Stinger. Johnny's really hurting the team. Oh, I can't do open vein. Drat. Okay, so wide mouth is down. That's good news. Yeah.
Frustration and fury.
This stress is going to be a big problem.
Destructive than 100 cannons.
That's pretty devastating. Okay.
The bulwarks of the mind have fallen.
It's got to be a Judgment. Oof.
Your death by inches.
I'm gonna go hard with the team and use an attack. Again, just the idea that removing people is the best form of damage mitigation, but it's going to be really dicey with that bleed. That was not helpful. I think I need to augment my front row.
Weakened.
Casual Nothing's very close to a heart attack.
Master. masterfully executed.
Okay, I think that'll also help us with the Pelagic Oracle. Okay, this is particularly dangerous because my healer is... My healer is stunned, so there's going to be possibly 2 rounds where this guy gets their bleed.
A time to perform beyond one's limits.
I want to extend the combat. I gotta do... Ouch! Oh, that was a really hard loss. Okay, we can get through it, but I really needed that leper. I also want to make sure that I keep the Berserk mask, so...
slow and insidious killer.
I definitely got to keep the artifacts. We're at desperate mode, so... Okay. Oh, what a kick in the nuts, too. That was quite literally 1 stun away from finishing the mission. So yeah, if I just had the one, the one character to heal,
we will find all manner
well,
of
that's how the game
great
works.
and terrible things in this
Oh no, casual nothing's fine. It's Valken who died. This is like a season finale. All the beloved characters are dying. Johnny Big Time has a love interest in town. Will only visit the brothel for stress relief.
A finely crafted instrument of butchery and bloodshed. Yours for the taking.
In the end, the hours of rooting through the old barrels and forgotten weapons racks bore fruit. Free weapon upgrade 1. Grami underwent effective disease treatment and is cured of syphilis. Captain Zerge has controlled the urges of the Crimson Curse for now. Casual nothing, Johnny Big Time and Ed Baver descended into the cove and returned successfully. Level 3 medium, Valken met their fate during the quest. Alright. So, first of all, if I get a free weapon upgrade... Well, you know what? First things first. Let's. We got to deal with our. Oh, actually, first of all, Stagecoach. Can definitely upgrade the barracks.
Word is traveling. Ambition is stirring in distant cities.
So I don't
We can
have.
use this.
I don't have an antiquarian or a bounty hunter.
The thrill of the hunt. The promise of payment.
I think I'm gonna add everyone just because I can always kick them out later.
A mighty sword arm anchored by holy purpose. A
Now-
zealous warrior.
I've been trying to save money, but obviously I need to take care of my people. So obviously Johnny's only gonna take care of the love interest. Ed Beaver, I mean they're faithless, so I can I can get rid of. What's the cheapest? 1190. Okay. What kind of upgrades do I get? Cloister it is.
A man in a robe, claiming communion with the divine. Madness.
Zerge is craving. Casual Nothing's got bloodlust. Do I want to bring another 3 team out? 'Cause Casual Nothing will definitely turn to level 4. You know, it actually wouldn't be terrible. Yeah, I am gonna do that. So my reasoning here, again, I want to make sure that the cursed are taken care of, and I'm actually at a point where I've got a few people who are in good positions to work with this stuff. So Sodden Crew. Yeah, they won't take the job. I think I'm confident enough to go for a long without a healer. And it's crests, so... This is the most appealing to me because it gives me busts, even if it's only a few. So with that in mind, we need to find a good position 3 and 4. Turns out Sin is a good position 3. I keep forgetting that Pick to the Face is really effective. So, and I think Mojo Storm's probably a good position 4, especially because they've got a heal. Okay. And again, part of the game here is to try and save money, but I do want to make sure people are going in properly equipped for what I'm putting them up against. Otherwise, I just lose in terms of oh Jesus, this is going to be expensive. Okay. So yeah, if I don't take care of my people, you know, I'm just gonna incur the costs in the form of lost training. So. All right, have a good one, Jamie Sam. I'll wait until the Warrens loads, and then I'll do the screenshot trick again.
They breed quickly down there in the dark.
This should be pretty quick.
Perhaps we can slay them even faster.
Oh, I forgot to bring blood. I'm an idiot. Maybe we'll run into vampires. If not, this was a complete waste.
Is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
I mean, it's not terrible. I'm still leveling up some of my better characters, but this is a really tough call. I think I gotta blade this guy, though. I think Sin also gets a bonus against bladed creatures. This is gonna sting. I gotta do the ticking damage on the big guy. So part of this is just because he's make him a little bit more make him better for healing. We'll still poison dart him because he's got a low resistance. So we're doing 6 ticking damage. Not enough.
Such a terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
And this one I'll try for the stun. Ah, well.
Great is the weapon that cuts.
So the reason why I did the stun was just to make sure that I didn't take him out with that one attack, so that this guy could go to position 1. And this is partly because I want to take out that tick.
Death waits for the slightest lapse in concentration.
So here we self-heal. Ooh, that's a nice one. Alright then. Unfortunately, I didn't have any options there, but I don't really need to do that many heals. So. Alright, this guy's gonna be tough. See, Sin is good against Blighted, but it's very unlikely this guy's going to get the Blight. I'm still going to go for it, though, because a pick to the face on a Blighted version of this guy is going to do a ridiculous amount of damage. Yeah, we're just going to... This guy can wreak havoc if he's left to his devices, so in this case I think we're going to prep to take him out. This guy's pretty tough too, but I do want this Swine Tor to... Oof! Okay, I'm definitely... I don't think we're going to be able to take him out in time, unfortunately. Whoa! Again, I gotta do as much as I can on him, but... No, we gotta do the sniper shot. He's still gonna wreck us.
As life ebbs, terrible vistas of emptiness reveal themselves.
I should have done this earlier. Oh, the healer. Why?
Death cannot be escaped, but it can be postponed.
Here I gotta deal with the damage dealers first. Even if everybody's stressed out by the end of this. Like, the fact that I didn't do the Crimson Curse and now everybody's just devastated on the opening rounds of this is... This is hard.
Their formation is broken.
I actually probably should be using him as a healer more. So this one I'm actually going to waste a lot of the hits. And this is just so I can get some chances to heal up the team. We're just gonna get wrecked if we don't.
is how a life is taken.
See, now the question is whether or not I actually want to run into vampires now, because this is not going to be the easiest place for me to... Please tell me I remembered to bring shovels. Yes.
Such blockages are unsurprising.
Also, I have no
These
idea
tunnels
why
predate
keeping
even
the
earliest settlers.
torch so low. Okay, this will be an easy one to run with. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
You know what? This is a pretty weak group of enemies, so I'm gonna take the opportunity to heal. As they proceed to devastate Sin. Still netted out a positive on the heal there, but...
Another one falls.
I think actually what I'm going to start doing is a 1-2 punch, because the Arbalest gives a bonus to healing.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
So, great shot to minimize the damage, although in this case it was a dodge. And I think Crusader gets the heal just because they're supposed to be ostensibly the tank. I can work with that. I don't think we'll get any heals in, but we'll see.
As the fiend falls.
I mean, I could have messed around with the positioning and stuff like that, but I don't actually, like, I don't want to make the fights last too long. Because that can like backfire on you.
A fortune waiting to be spent.
But mind you, when I have people who are like on the verge of death, it doesn't hurt to put some effort in. This one I'm not going to extend any further. We're just going to try and take them out as quickly as possible. Although, maybe that's not the right call.
Back to the pit. Be gone, fiend.
You know, Sin, if you want to tell me how you'd prefer to, my messages are open anytime. Go into as much detail as you'd like. If you want to say it in chat, we'll have to turn it into sub-only mode for a little bit. They've already blown their round and they're bleeding, so in this case, I'm gonna use this as a healing round. Pretty unlikely the Arbalest will go, but you never know. And in this case, I am gonna mess with the positions. Yeah.
A death by inches.
Would have been nice if it didn't turn out that way, but I can't complain too much about that outcome. I have no idea. I brought so many torches and I'm not using... Oh my god.
A blazing star is born.
Okay, we know the strategy on this one. Problem is, I don't really know if I want to. I want to focus on the hulking Swinotaur or the large corpse eater. Well, I mean, I only have one option for the eater, so. This is a particularly devastating one just because this Crusader is useless where they, in this back row here. Ah, Sin, you're my favorite. One nice thing about casual nothing winding up. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. This is a problem. I feel very lucky after that. Let's go no hope for blight on that guy, so let's just go for the good old-fashioned knife to the face.
A devastating blow.
Certainly know their targets.
Their cursed champion falls.
3 damage around. You know what? It won't matter.
The bigger the beast, the greater the glory.
Oh no.
The promise of safety.
So, we know this fight's coming up, but there's nothing else we can do to prepare for it. Let's,
In Radiance, may we find victory.
let's hope for the best. I'm just gonna take out all the stunners first.
Injury and despondence set the stage for heroism or cowardice.
Oh, on a healer too. Not good. That helps.
Dazed, reeling, about to break.
I mean, there's going to be a lot of death's doors after this one, I think. Let's start the damage on the big guy. Yep, I do know we can run. This is gonna be... This is a bit of a high risks.
Mortality clarified in a single strike.
This is the one that really scares me now.
A hand's breadth from becoming unwound. The walls close in. The shadows whisper of conspiracy.
Okay, so here's how I'm gonna handle it. This is the really dicey part. But there's a way I can pull this out of the fire. So first heal here. So the people with the lower death blow resistance get the first heal. Nice, so now there's only one source of damage. It can still attack multiple people. What I'm going to do now is make sure that basically I distribute the healing amongst the remaining two, but what I wanted to make sure that these guys were off of Death's Door first because there's a 10% chance lower... there's a lower chance that they're going to survive a death blow. So now that they're taken care of, I can distribute the healing, and as long as everybody has 1 HP from this guy, we're going to be able to survive it. It's dicey still, but the fact that I've removed the other sources of damage means that we're going to be able to potentially survive it in a way that we previously didn't seem that we were able to. And we'll self-heal here. Now again, this guy can potentially do anything to us, but
beyond one's limits.
This guy's blight resistance is so good. I think I know what I'm doing next.
Well struck.
So it'll do less damage, but if we can get a stun on this, then we're in even better shape. Can't complain about that. And what I'm going to do, because I know I can't take him out this round, I am going to do the Sniper's Mark, just so that we can get the augment to damage for the remainder of the fight.
Monstrous size has no intrinsic merit, unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
Okay, so, I mean, that's not great. This guy still wants the blood, and he's at top stress. The whole reason why we sent this crew out was to deal with our blood problems. But we made it.
Some experiments should have never happened. You are doing just work ending them.
I also wish I could have done a poll ahead of time as to the number of people who thought that that wasn't going to work out. It's a special shout out to everybody who wanted me to retreat. Casual Nothing's our first level 4. Cool.
Woe to the sheep. Or does the absence of the shepherd not invite the wolves?
Okay, the abbot has sequestered himself in the wine cellar, ostensibly to consider how best to help his parishioners cope with the deluge of godless horrors that plague these lands. Transept is locked, cloister costs 50% less, penance hall costs 50% less. Now, Johnny is exhausted after the exertions in the brothel. Ed Baver has meditated, recovered 70 stress, no longer abusive. Johnny Big Time has controlled the urges of their crimson curse for now. Alright. So, the real problem that I have here is I don't know what happens if you have wasting on the crimson curse and that procs again while you're in town. But I mean, I don't see any sense in sending Zerge in at 100% stress. Okay. He's craving. I'm gonna put him on ice just because if I can get Zerge and Casual Nothing in a big team, I'll probably be in better shape. No replacement leper yet. Let's think about who we're going to bring on the quest. I probably really should be going to bed, by the way. So I think I'm going to make this the last one. So, who do I want to bring? I mean, it is tempting to try and bring another level 14, but I know if I'm going to put them in the courtyard, it's just going to be a world of pain. I also know I have leveled my teams out of Sodden Crew and Inchoate Flesh. I think maybe it makes some sense to try and get myself some level 2s for... You are off drinking. I was going to throw you in the brothel, but then I decided against it because the bar was cheaper. Okay, Sharp's a good position 4, Paraville... either a 1 or 2, True Ascot. Yeah, actually, we're going to have a really heavy... I may not have a good position 3. Oh, nope. Masamagoma to the rescue. I kind of want to bring the Antiquarian if I can, but... Yeah, I think I can live with that, as long as we've got a reasonably good... Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, wow. So there's something loose in my monitor that causes that yellow line to appear. Interesting. I'm gonna have to deal with that later. Man, sorry, my monitor's acting up. Okay, so I'm gonna head back to town just to, we'll see what we can do to improve the team that's going in. Alright, there's no fixing that. It pains me, but this big fancy monitor I just got, I think I'm actually gonna have to return it to Dell. And that sucks because I have to go like 2 hours away from where I live to pick it up. All right. I gotta think about the 4 that I'm going to be using. Definitely Wicked Hack. A good bleed attack actually seems like the sort of thing I might like. I use Break Through quite a bit. You know what? Screw it. 250 is not that much. I think I am going to try I don't normally do this on the... you know what? I'm wasting so much money. Everything for the Man-at-Arms because I don't understand this hero that well. I don't want to actually take advantage of the beast parts, so... And Sharp should already be where they are. Okay, so this screwed up my whole plan of saving money. But at least I've got some cool people for the group now. So I can gather medicine if I'm feeling really confident, or I can complete 100% of the room battles if I'm not. Both of them get me... So this is the funny thing. Like, both of them get me the bust. Caregiver's Convention is not a bad one for me to get right now. I think I'm gonna go for the short dungeon though. Let's go for it.
Corruption has soaked the soil, sapping all good life from these groves. Let us burn out this evil.
I don't know if it's really cautious for me to go around like this. I may wind up regretting engaging in 2 battles voluntarily, but... Ah, it's just spiders. We'll be okay. That sucks. This is just to mitigate the fact that this was the only one with an action left, so we'll take advantage of the rest to heal up my position 1. Well, that didn't have the intended effect. I don't know why I attacked that one, because it already used its turn. Alright, so that probably wasn't the right set of choices, but...
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Alright, so the good news is these guys don't have anybody to mark me. What I think I'm going to do is try and take out the stress generators. Or fail to. I've never brought laudanum on a run, and I really should. Okay, they really want to take out Sharp. I love the animation for that move so much. So again, it's just I want to get rid of the people who are doing the stress generation as early as I can. Even if it means sort of like wasting a turn.
The offensive.
3 damage, and he's down to 4. I'm still going to focus down this guy. Unless... Nice.
A decisive pummeling.
This might give me an opportunity to heal up the front row.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
No other opportunities for healing, so...
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
I don't think there's a lot for me to benefit by using this.
An insidious killer.
How's her dodge? Yeah, I'm okay with that. Masamagoma, you're going to be the test. Well, so much for that. Alright, hopefully we get a bunch of cool stuff out of this. This will not end well for me. Yep. It would have been nice if we could have got this in the previous round. And these guys are pure stress. Look at that, Sharp's already almost at 100. Whoa. Okay. I kind of want to take out, again, it's just taking pieces off the board. That guy can heal. I haven't seen the thirst on this guy yet, although that might just be because they haven't used it. And the stun will render that a moot point. So normally I'd like the opportunity to try and heal people, but in this particular case, because I might spread the Crimson Curse, I'd sort of like to focus... Hey, an unexpected party. Collect the invitation. There you go. Again, I've never done the Crimson Court, so this is probably going to be diseased. Nope, but it is stressful. Oh, okay, I gained zoophobia. I can't remember, was this 100 rune battles? Yeah.
Nature herself, a victim to the spreading corruption, malformed with misintent.
Sure! What's the worst that could happen? Well, I mean, we could set it on fire. You know what? I kind of want to see what happens when I do that. No effect. Alright. So it's mostly because of the stress that I wanted to take that guy down, but at this point, now I gotta focus on the guys with fancy mouths.
The slow death, unforeseen, unforgiving.
Again, this is just about taking pieces off the board. I did sort of hurt myself on dealing with this guy, though. Sidearm it is.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy
2 invitations.
them all.
Wait. Well, that was worth it. Wait, how did you just explore? Did you explore the car? I don't understand this game sometimes. Well, they're all terrible at traps. So we're in decent enough shape as far as the, as far as the party's concerned for the 2 fights, but if these wind up being 2 hard fights...
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
You know, I'm not 100% on how to play this. I think I am going to try and go for the ectoplasm, but this... I may pay for this in stress.
Frustration and fury, more destructive than 100 cannons. Begone, fiend!
So that would have been enough to take it out on its own.
Another one
Okay,
falls.
fair enough. So the thing about the ectoplasm, of course, is that it can make more of it. So I don't know if it was the right call, but I did decide to take them out first rather than risk these corpses being rezzed. I'm not 100% sure how the mechanic works, but in this case it's more of a better safe than sorry. And at this point I'm just going to go for taking out... well, we'll get the heal in, I guess. I'm just going to focus on taking out the bad guys. We should be in good enough shape to see it through to the end.
At least promises success.
Okay. This is why I bring... Did I forget to bring 2 shovels now? I am very upset at myself. Is there a shovel in this cocoon? It's going to be a problem. So I already get to Iron Swan this back. If we get a crit, this might help.
Annihilated.
Good call. Oh, but that this disables Iron Swan, so not so good. Well, I can try for 2 stuns, or I can go for the kill. It's 9 to 17, so it's very likely I can take one of these guys out.
Decimated.
They're doing everything they can to hard attack. So this is just to see if I can get the stun. That'll buy me some time so I can do a heal on Sharp.
Obliterated.
This is, again, partly to buy myself some time. Well, that didn't work. And now they're going to heal. Not great, but I think we can still manage.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Actually, you know what? Might as well do the full amount. Sorry I'm not talking so much on this one, it's just I'm actually already going longer than I had originally thought. And Galliv, I can't remember, I thought I'd responded to what you said earlier, but yeah, definitely I'm not having the kind of success that I did the last time I played it. Okay, so if I don't kill anything, I can Iron Swan. If I don't kill everything, yeah, position 3 makes the most sense. They're all going to change in position anyway when they attack, so... do I want to take a piece off the board? It's 6 to 10, these guys have 10 HP, so most likely... Well, okay. Never mind. The only danger is if the stress gets to the top on sharp, otherwise we've got this. And the big thing here is I don't really have any way of mitigating any of the stress. Like at this point here, the way I need to handle this is by ending the fight as quickly as possible, because Sharp's abusive trait is going to be what takes us out. I probably shouldn't have attacked the stun guy there. I could have probably got more done by hitting the other Rabid Mashers, but a little late for me to reconsider. Turns out it didn't matter after all.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Okay, I think what I'll do is I'll attend to my...
Agents of pestilence will yet be driven from our woods.
I think I'm gonna deal with my town business first. I kind of want to see what happens with the Crimson Curse people. And then I will wish you all a very good evening, because it's 3:30 in the morning here, and I don't know what the hell I was thinking. And I really need to figure out what's going on with this monitor here, because I don't think I'm going to be able to handle squeezing it every couple of minutes. Alright, Witness and Thick-Blooded, Kleptomaniac and Clotter, and Tippler and Mankind Hater.
I was lord of this place before the crows and rats made it their domain.
Okay, Johnny Big Time's okay. Oh, hang on. Captain Zerge drank a vial of the blood and their thirst is slaked. I'm okay with that, because I'm sure bad things happen if you don't let them do that. So Zerge should be... Yep. Johnny's craving. Okay, so if it really comes down to it, I can send the 3 amigos into a spot with blood. And otherwise, generally good things happened in town. So let's get rid of syphilis. Sort by stress. Sharp is a tippler. So the reason I do this is just to make sure that I should have checked to see if I could have upgraded the tavern. I could have. This probably won't affect them, but
maybe
bar
they
is
can
cheapest.
be inured against the horrors below.
Hey, Melee Mage, we're actually just wrapping up for tonight, but thank you for stopping by. For those of you who don't know him, let me just get rid of that. Melee Mage, we don't get a chance to hang out too much together. But Melee Mage is somebody I knew back in Vancouver, is bound and determined... Oh, damn it. Bound and determined to give me the Tippler trait. Incredibly nice guy, does stream, has been doing a lot of Final Fantasy, but I kind of feel like that's more what I've been catching him doing as opposed to it being a regular thing. Maybe I'm wrong. That is really a shame that the Caretaker is taking up that bar slot. Very friendly, smaller stream, but this is one of the things that I think people tend to like, especially in terms of my own stream. I do know that people generally like hanging around the smaller... Oh, that's right, Sin's also got a disease. But I only have the one slot for the... So I can get another cell, or I could upgrade the penance hall to a second slot. In this case, this is more just because
Experimental techniques and tonics can overcome things a sharpened sword cannot.
this is more so because I had the I had the immediate need rather than it being a long-term aim. And in this case, we can reduce the costs or we can reduce disease treatment. You know what? I am treating a lot of diseases, so I should have done that ahead. You put chalk on DOA drunk on her. How you doing? I'm sorry, I totally lost track while I was shouting out Melee Mage. I'm really lost to my tiredness. But please do check him out. Like I said, very friendly guy, smaller streamer, which is something that I know people tend to like here just because of the level of interactivity. You know, I know... well, I feel like you're a programmer, but I don't recall if you work in games or not. Because I know I always saw you at EXP, and you always talked about work, but I'm really having a difficulty whether or not I can put a finger on you working in the games industry or not. Anyways, the answer is check out Melee Mage. He will tell you all about himself on his channel. And if you're a long-term viewer of this channel, you will know that he is a lot of fun to hang around with. But you do work in games, but nothing big. Listen, I think it would be very cool to work in games. I've actually done job applications recently to work in games. So you are doing something that I don't, and I think that's cool. And anyone who thinks otherwise can fight me. Okay, so actually that's all the town business I want to do. Chalk has told you more about you than you've ever said. Well, it's because I got the cameras set up, right? It is really tempting to try and get people up to level 3. The real drawback here is who I bring along for the courtyard fight. Might also want to put some thought into what kind of team I bring in for the boss fights. I think I got a little bit ahead of myself in terms of leveling people up, because I'm pretty sure not everybody's been on a boss killing run. Okay. Next stream, I'm going to have to decide between trying to level up Ed Baver, Johnny Big Time. I think it'll probably be Casual Nothing, Johnny Big Time, Captain Zergay, and Ed Baver. Actually, Frankenvinder might make sense as well, because they also have a heal. I suppose the way I should handle it is that I would do... probably the way that it should be handled is I do a wheeled run, and I do something like... and really my only position 2 in this is Dismas. Yeah, so basically I would do this run. This would give me a stack of 4s, and we can go to the courtyard. But that is for another time. Yeah, Melee Mage, so I played the Crimson Court. I am really happy. Monday was a bit screwed up. I am really happy where last Friday's stream went, though. We went late, and we lost a couple of people, but like it was a really rewarding, really awesome set of Darkest Dungeons runs, including the fact that we did the Crimson Court content for the very first time. I have privately done some of the Color of Madness, but I actually went to the courtyard for the very first time, and it was wild. And then we just had a bunch of runs which were like super clean, super good fights, and I was extremely pleased with myself by the end of it. But yeah, you know what? I need to actually commit to what I said and get some sleep, because I don't think I'm going to be streaming well for the rest of it. I hope you guys... Oh, Isaacson says you've been playing Final Fantasy XIV as well. Oh, that's right. Don't get to play the games I want to play. This is the tragedy of my life. I gift so many games, and they're either single-player games or they're multiplayer games that people don't like playing. So I don't get a chance to play with people. Everyone I know plays games, they just don't play the games I play. So I'm still forever alone. But thank you very much, everybody, for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed the ones where we were at Death's Door and it didn't turn out. But of course, before I take too many victory laps, Valken bled out, Jamie Renauld and Braun died previously, but Graveyard's starting to get a little full, and half of them are full of people who full of people from the stream. So, well, thank you everybody for watching. Let's find somebody to host and call out. Quad Death Door Recovery was wild. I'm glad you like that. I noticed actually what I loved the most about last week was I got a chance to see that somebody clipped. I don't know what the clip was. I should go back and check it, but I really do like it when I feel like I'm playing a game really well and either somebody says outright, "Hey, that's a really good thing that you did there," because one of the I'll let you in on a little thing about streaming, and it's not a huge one. Like, I try not to take it too personally, but it is actually one feature of streaming I really don't like. You can be kicking ass at a game, and nobody will remark on it. And in the same game, where everybody has just been watching you at like your peak performance, if you miss a shot, everyone in chat points it out. And I get why that is. I get the dynamic, but it's just one of these ones which grates at you, and it really can be something that turns streaming negative. So for the rarity of it, because of its rarity, there is a disproportionate effect of somebody saying, "Hey, you did a really good job there." And clips of times when you're kicking ass are really one of the points where it's like, wow, somebody actually made the effort to like record that moment because they thought that was so cool. So it's one of those ones where, especially if you're doing a good run in a stream, like it adds a little extra on top of it. So there's a little insight for you. Maybe other streamers are just more thick-skinned than I am, but it's one of the things that I don't like about streaming, just because I think deep down, I don't think people really intend it quite the way that it comes off, but it really is one of those things that can turn the experience kind of negative, because if you're, if you're not like a pro streamer, it just seems that nobody wants to admit when a good thing happened, but everybody wants to come in on mocking somebody tripping up. So, and it's just the way people are. But it does provide for a little bit of a boost when people do take the time on it. So, anyways, there you have it. I think I'm gonna host somebody I don't get a chance to host that often. Outstar, formerly Outstar Runner, now just going by Outstar, is apparently doing some vampire game jam, tagged as art. Outstar used to run the GOG stream team. She's actually the one who is responsible for getting me into the affiliate program. So probably eventually down the road will become a Cyberpunk 2077 streamer. I believe she has a credit on The Witcher 3, actually. No longer working for GOG. But definitely somebody who is kind of fun to hang out with, and I rather like it when she's doing art. She is a game designer. I believe she's got a dating, or a visual novel coming out about romancing fridges called Cold Hearts, I think. But you can all ask her when she comes inside. Again, like I said, I don't get a chance to host her very often, so I think it would be nice to do that, and I don't get a chance to host many art streams, so I hope you guys enjoy it. And if you don't, please be nice anyway. Have a wonderful evening. I'm going to make sure that I record a Elder Scrolls episode nice and early. Sorry, I should do the raid message. I'm planning on recording an Elder Scrolls episode nice and early in the week. Monday will almost certainly be back to Stellaris, although I am kind of dreading dealing with the Great Khan. And I guess in the rest of the week will probably be the way that we normally do it. Wednesday will be Cultist Simulator. Maybe we'll finish it, maybe we won't. And Friday has become a fairly regular Darkest Dungeon, but do keep in mind it's not a set thing. Like, Friday is really my only free day, so if I feel like doing something else... I really thought about doing Into the Breach today, actually, because it did win the BAFTA. A BAFTA. There is no single BAFTA. But yeah, I'm happy enough that I did this. Darkest Dungeon is a lot of fun, and I know a lot of you guys enjoy it, so I don't mind doing it. But I would like to get back into a little more variety, so just keep that in mind. While I know you like Darkest Dungeon, I do sometimes want a bit of a break because I'm noticing I have fewer and fewer days to do other things, and it would be nice if I could regain some of that balance. But that will all be for next time, so have a good evening, and please treat Outstar well.